So Wendy did make it to see her dad, and she spent some time with her son. I saying they was out eating and stuff.
Yes, Wendy was outside this weekend. A long time coming. She's been trying to figure this out. So over the weekend, she went to Florida to celebrate her dad's 91st birthday. Now the ceremony, or not the ceremony, but what they did was very intimate. I think they just spent time at home from what the photos look like. And this photo was posted by her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., and he captioned it. You see her holding a birthday card. He's like, happy I could make this happen for you, Papa. I said by any means, and I kept my word. Now I think people were surprised to see her with her son, which I don't know why. I guess it's because
she had just said that he was a bad person to her.
Yeah, but I mean it's her son though, and it's her only child. So I think I wasn't surprised to see them together. I more so was surprised to see all the posting and all of the. When I say the paparazzi would leave Wendy alone, from the moment she landed in Florida to the minute she got to, they went to like this Cuban restaurant. There was videos of her eating there. I think
somebody clearly called.
Yo,
by the way, people, paparazzi don't just show up. I need y'all to know.
Not in like Florida where she was at. No, not at all.
No,
they were everywhere. Wendy Williams got highlights
her flight,
to her.
They knew where she landed. They knew everything.
Somebody was calling them every step of the way.
It was bad. She got highlights in the airport, and there was a whole story about the highlights she got in the airport because she was talking about she wanted to go out and travel and shop. But yeah, so she was out with her family. She got to celebrate the birthday. Now there was a story that came out over the weekend too in relation to Wendy that I thought was interesting. It was about we've been trying to figure out why she's on that floor where like all these people have no memory whatsoever. So she's been at this home for 8 months, and TMZ did a story. They said that they talked to someone who is in the facility who has been interacting with Wendy and was there from the time that she got there. And they say that when she first arrived there, she was actually placed on the 3rd floor, which doesn't have the restrictions that she has right now. Like she would be able to come and go throughout the building. I guess there is a restaurant bar at the rooftop of the hotel. And Wendy went and visited this restaurant bar, and she had a few drinks. She got drunk, and they were not happy about that because, of course, she came in with them knowing that she had a history
where she lives?
Yeah, with them knowing that she had a history of alcoholism. So they say at that point is when they put her on the 5th floor memory unit. Now, this was supposed to just be until, I'm assuming, she got to a point where they felt like they could trust her to be able to roam around the building by herself. But she is still there at this point. And
this all just sounds so crazy.
Exactly. So yeah, and when I reached out to kind of see like, because to me this plays in favor for her like trying to get off of this conservatorship, even if she just moves floors in the building. And I was told the same thing that I was thinking, like, yeah, like this, they're basically saying it wasn't a dementia thing. It was because she broke the rules, she got drunk, and they wanted to make sure that they can control her type of thing. So she could be on a different floor, but just more protocols placed around her, obviously. But yeah, so shout out to Wendy. She made it to Florida.
That's what's up. Okay.
Jay-Z. Yep, Jay-Z. So, y'all,
I seen that over the weekend, and I was like, okay, good.
Everywhere over the weekend.
Because BuzzFeed was going real hard.
Oh, I don't think BuzzFeed's going to stop. I don't think he's going to stop. But Jay-Z and Diddy are officially off of the case with the girl who was 13 back in 2000 that said that they had raped her after a VMA party. So over the weekend, that case was voluntarily dismissed with prejudice. So he can't come back and try this again, right? Now, according to the docs, BuzzFeed has sent 2 demand letters back in 2024, which we had talked about, and accused Diddy and Jay-Z of raping this girl back in 2000 when she was 13. They had tried to get her identity revealed. That did not happen. On February 14th, it was ruled by a judge that BuzzFeed had to submit these like documents that would show that he's able to even operate or legislate in the district where this is filed. On that same day is when he voluntarily said okay to the dismissal. So people were like, yo, this is kind of funny. Like, you didn't want to prove that you could even operate in this jurisdiction, and now you're just allowing for this case to be thrown out. Now, Jay-Z is like going in. He's saying that he believes that BuzzFeed purposely filed this around the time of Mufasa premiering, which ruined the premiere because, when he went to that premiere that weekend with his daughter, 13-year-old daughter, with Blue Ivy, his wife, everybody was talking about the fact that you were at this movie that centers around children, and there's these rape allegations. He also, he talks a lot about the shakedown. He says that they received death threats. Like, he just talks about how much hell they went through.
Yeah, he said it was like case. He had a gun to his head.
Exactly.
Busby said that.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what Jay-Z said about Busby.
Yep, Jay-Z said that about Busby. So, I mean, it's been thrown out. Diddy's team came out and basically said, like, we've been telling y'all that all of these cases filed by this ambulance chaser, talking about attorney Busby, they're just made up to get in the media and to get some attention because these are celebrities. But I mean, I don't know. This is a huge win, and it's kind of crazy to me that like It's not as loud as it was when the case first dropped, which always happens.
Never is.
That's the sad part about these situations all the time. The dismissal of the case is never as loud in the media as the original accusation. And also, isn't Hov suing Tony Busby?
Yeah, but he had already. Remember, he dropped that already. Prior to there was the extortion.
He
I thought he was
dropped
suing
it.
that.
No, he didn't drop it. No, but he had already filed it during the time when it's first dropped. So that's already there. So that's just going to go through. He's going to go through with that, of course.
As he should. I'm glad Hov is suing Tony Busby because these lawyers don't care. They just believe they can hit you up and say, hey, if you don't meet our demands, then we're going to have press conferences and go to the press with all these salacious accusations. And it's really a shakedown. And a lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people settle because, they don't care about the bad press. But I think those days are long gone. I think.
Well, not only the bad press, it's the amount that it costs to fight it. You know what I mean? If you just settle out, you ain't got to pay for lawyers. You ain't got to pay for none of that. Sometimes there's so many people that just say, you know what, I'll pay this $10,000, this $50,000, this $100,000 and pay lawyers millions. But those got it.
Yeah, those days are over, though. Because people that are innocent and know they're innocent and they don't care, they like whatever. Because they know that all it's going to do is go to the media cycle. Twitter going to have fun for a couple of days and then it's going to be gone.
I will say that this, even if Busby continues, it just looks crazy because normally with a case like this, a civil case, the fact that they settled with prejudice, meaning that he can't bring these
dismissed with prejudice.
I'm sorry, dismissed with prejudice without a settlement. That normally doesn't happen in a case like this. Normally, you have to get a settlement behind the scenes for an attorney who's accusing you of these things, like a Busby, asking you for money to back away, and none of that happened. So that it makes attorney Busby look crazy. I mean, there's been things leading up to this that made him look crazy, like that NBC interview, but I don't know how he goes forward with the other cases. If I'm a judge, I don't take him serious now.
And you'd be surprised how many of these cases actually just get dismissed by a court of law. But that's never news. You know what I mean? If that was news, if people realize that most of these people that file these accusations, the case gets dismissed, if they knew that there was no money to be had, people wouldn't even jump out the window and do these things.
Oh, but Jay-Z,
people think it's a check. They think it's a check attached.
Well, it's not only that. They don't have to pay the lawyer, right? Nothing comes out their pocket. A lawyer gets a third of what you're supposed to make. So it's easy to go to a lawyer when nothing comes out of your pocket. You don't have to pay anything and you don't lose anything. So it's a gamble that everybody was willing to take because you don't lose nothing.
Nah, but Jay about to take him for everything that he has. Jess, when you mentioned that whole gun to my head, when I read that letter that he responded with, I said, oh, the way he about to dance through this extortion and that everything is going to come after that, he ain't going to play around with Busby.
Sad.
Look, you played with the right one.
You know what else I saw though?
That's right.
What?
The Mexican president is suing Google over the map change. You don't gotta go and look it up. I already know what's going on.
I'm trying to catch up.
Tell us, Jess.
Yeah, because the Gulf of America, the Gulf of Mexico, they already changed it. Because Trump signed the order for them to make it Gulf of America instead of Gulf of Mexico. The Mexican president was like, "Oh no, that's not what we're doing." So he's suing Google for them changing it. That's crazy.
I see that one.
He's stepping up. Like, excuse me, what? So that's what I thought.
Go ahead. I'm good.
That's it.
I just seen
that's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.